you all just had great conversation and shared great ideas. We're going to collect a couple from the group and then we'll put a bow on our time together this afternoon. Who would be willing to offer something that could benefit the group around the questions that were on the screen? Nick will go ahead and get us started, and we'll look for other hands to pop up as Nick from Michigan is sharing. Have at it, Nick.
Thanks, Rusty. Nick Estreba from Macomb ISD. I feel like this is really loud. We talked a lot about continuing to build the coherence within the system and how it's not something that you just simply plan for and it's done. It's something that you have to continue to work towards.
Thank you. Yes. Coherence is complex and it's a moving target. Nick's naming it perfectly. It is an ongoing effort. Thanks. Carrie?
So we talked a lot about just this trajectory. I always get them all mixed up, resistance and compliance and internalization. And that we as leaders have done all of this work this year on opening space for children's thinking and recording student thinking and engaging students in the reasoning of others, noticing, like, we have all these mats and all these things, but they're not all there. And we're really at this pivotal point right now where we have so many classrooms that have shifted from a teacher-directed classroom to a student-centered space where teachers are having fun, kids are having fun, they're sharing strategies. But from what we've heard today, we can't stop there because that's not where the magic happens. So we've got all of these spaces in Michigan where kids are sharing strategies, and then we clap, 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 nice job. Now, Dion, would you like to share? And we now know that to move the needle and to move the mathematics, we have to have kids engaging in the reasoning of others. We have to dig deeper. And so we have to keep all the things we've learned in mind, but keep in mind this trajectory of the teachers who are resistant. They're not resistant because they're trying to do bad things, but like, what are the experiences that they need so that they can move forward in their thinking? They can question some of the practices and the ways that they're doing things in their classroom, right? We've got teachers all along that trajectory, just like we have those students in our classroom. And how do we think about those people to support them to make the necessary shifts along that trajectory towards that internalization? Yes. And that's all I got to say about that.
Thanks, Carrie. We've done a lot of work and we're not done yet. Thank you. Last call. Anyone else that would like to speak up? Yeah, Kaylin.
So I'm Kaylin Williams from Michigan State, and I've had the opportunity to go to quite a few people's classrooms over the last 2 years in schools and talk to EMSs and teachers and students and watch all of the wonderfulness that is happening. And something that's happened at every single school I've been to is people are like, this is just amazing and we need to share the story. So thank you for coming and helping us do that. And that's been a really joyful part of my job, is to be able to go hear these stories and share them with other people. And then just highlighting what a wonderful job you all are already doing on talking to each other, but also the importance of what Allison was just talking about on how we want to share this narrative above this network of people too, not above, outside of this narrative of this network of people, and how important that is, that we're lifting the narrative, but also changing it, okay? That we know that there are certain things that people want to see if we're going to say this is being successful, and that we might need to push back against these ideas of what it means to be successful in math and successful in teaching, and that's part of our job as well. So lifting the narrative of what's happening and then changing it as well. That is what we saw as a part of our job.
Thanks, Kaylin. Paint that one with a highlighter. Let's bring the show to the finish line. This is a quote that came up earlier from Allison, which I think is really important, and we're hearing stories about how we're interrupting this narrative with you all in the state of Michigan. And to Kaylin's idea, the importance of this afternoon is, 1, to celebrate, 2, to better understand the story so that we can go tell people like Kaylin invited us to, outside of this room. We are doing something different here in the state of Michigan. As we have said many, many times, if we want something different for the children that we serve, we have to do something different for the adults that we support. That is a constant bumper sticker for all of us in the room. Leadership is important. We know that. We are the people who can make these changes for the kids in our state, and we have evidence that that is actually happening. Like all of you have said throughout the afternoon, we are making progress and we're not done yet. This is hard work and we have more work to do. The story of 25, 26 is soon coming to a close and we're excited about 26, 27. Appreciate you all. Safe travels back and we'll chat soon.